Years, 5 more years, William Saliba. 5 more years, I say. William Saliba has signed a 5-year contract at Arsenal. We knew it was coming, but I've got to talk about it. I've got to talk about where we are heading as a club, because this is genuinely something I've not experienced in my lifetime. Keeping hold of not just the best players at Arsenal, but some of the best players in the world, in the peak of their career, in their prime, and they are desperate to stay. This is not normal for what we have experienced as Arsenal fans, and it is absolutely fantastic. If I could just ask you before we get into it to subscribe, we're like 10 subscribers away from 24,000 subscribers, which is incredible. If you could like the video as well, and apparently if you go down to the comments and you click hype, apparently that helps me, so I'd be grateful for that too. But look, let's get straight into it. There is the picture that we wanted to see. William Saliba signing on the dotted line, 5 years. I think that's his biggest contract. Yeah, I think his last contract was 4 years. He's gone even further this time. And I just think it's incredible. And it's a great testament as to where we are at as a club right now. And pictures like this, I will not take this for granted, right? And I understand there are some Arsenal fans now that maybe, sort of started supporting the club properly when they're 10, 11 years old. Now they're 15, 16, that like they've only really watched the club under Arteta. This isn't normal. For what we experienced, if you're going back 15, 20 years, we went through a period where we had some amazing players. And then every summer, we'd lose one, at least, to a rival, often for free. We'd see them walk out the door, and the person that would replace them would not be as good as them. And we did that for a long enough period that we got to the point where then our best players were leaving. They weren't even going to our rivals. Our best players would leave, and they weren't good enough to go to our rivals. And our rivals were no longer the top clubs. And half the players that left, would you really care? No. Now, we have got some of the best players, not just the best players at our club, some of the best players in the world committing their prime years to our club. And Arteta's a huge part of that. Andrea Berta will get his credit. And just the general feeling at the club massively helps. So I will not, and look at that. They love it. I will not take it for granted. Saw this, hand of Arsenal. When Real Madrid approached again in the summer, Saliba was direct with his desire, and that is to remain at Arsenal. Andrea Berta just re-signed a generational centre-back to a 5-year deal in the prime of his career. Speak on it, and we will speak on it. That is what we are going to do. Speaking of Andrea Berta, this is what he had to say, and he is a big factor in this. He's had a monumental summer. He said, "We're so happy that William has committed his future to us to be part of what we're building here. In the last 3 seasons, William has become an incredible defender whose composure, intelligence, and physical presence make him one of the best in the world. He will continue his development with Arsenal to reach new heights." And this is the thing. William Saliba is one of the best centre-backs on the planet. He's not even in his peak years. He said that himself. Andrea Berta said it. You look back at Gabriel when he was Saliba's age, nowhere near the Gabriel that we see now. Mikel Arteta said William is loved by all the players and staff, and that speaks volumes about his character, commitment, and attitude every day. Since joining us, William has grown so much, embraced responsibility, and has created a strong connection with our supporters and everyone at the club, and he definitely has done that. I mean, you see the way that he celebrated Gabriel's goal at the weekend against Newcastle. Like, every time he celebrates, you just love it. Like, the enthusiasm he has for Arsenal Football Club it's infectious. It really is. Now, Arteta went on to say, "We know there is still so much to come from him, and we will continue to work together to keep improving with the clear ambition of winning major trophies." And that is the next step. Saliba himself, describing his emotions after signing his fresh contract, he said, "I feel proud of myself because I first signed in 2019 and now in 2025, I'm still here to extend my contract. I'm so happy." And that is, this contract takes him to 2030. By that point, he'll have been at the club for over a decade and he'll still only be 29 years old. He's still got another big contract ahead of him. If you look at Virgil van Dijk still going at 33, 34. He said, "I feel at home. We have a good team. We have a good squad. We have good staff. The coach is perfect for me, so it's the best place to be. I enjoy every day when I have the chance to wear this shirt. I try to give everything, and now I'll give even more to this club and to the fans." And again, that part, the coach is perfect for me, so it's the best place to be. People disrespect Arteta massively, I think. And yet, every top player, when they arrive at the club, speak incredibly highly of Mikel Arteta. when they re-sign a new contract, speak massively highly of Arteta. I think, again, I go back to that picture of him and Saliba hugging. Like, people that want Arteta out of this club, I don't think you realise how good you've got it, to be honest. I really don't. You look at other clubs, other managers that people speak on, dressing room fractures. When was the last time we had a dressing room fracture? Bad characters that Arteta got rid of. You never hear it anymore. And so I do. I think it's massively important that we have him. He said the boss is one of the best coaches in the world. He's helped me a lot, him and his staff. So I'm so happy to have them as a coach. I'm 24 now, and I think I haven't reached my peak. I have a lot of things to improve, a lot of things to give to this team. And I know that the coach and the staff will help me to become the best, or one of the best defenders in the world, and win trophies. And you notice both him and Arteta win trophies. That is what they want to do. He spoke about the connection with the fans as well. The fans are important. Don't underestimate our importance here. He said the love with the fans began even before he kicked the ball for us, but only intensified after he belted one into the back of the net at Bournemouth with just his third appearance. Remember that? The left-footed curling top goal? Of course you remember it. In the pink shirt. Who doesn't remember it? And he was soon serenaded by his famous chant, which has followed him ever since. He said, I've enjoyed it since the first time I heard it. I feel proud whenever I hear these songs, so thanks to the fans. I have a special connection with them because even when I was on loan, when I wasn't playing here, they would send me messages to say, one day you will play for this club. Don't give up. I will never forget this. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the support. We know what they're waiting for, and we'll give our best, even more than the previous season, to give them what they want. And it does. It feels right now like there's just swinging momentum. I think that result against Newcastle was so important. Then you have this news come out. The players still absolutely convinced that they are going to win things. And they've shown that. They've demonstrated it by signing new contracts. Gabriel the same. Hand of Arsenal saying Bukayo Saka is next. Andrea is on it. Close. And, you look at the window, the Berta transfer window. Kepa, Hincapié, Mosquera, Norgard, Madueke, Eze, Gyökeres. And then new deals. 5-year deals for Nwaneri, Miles Lewis-Skelly, Saliba, a 4-year deal for Gabriel, Saka, and then another one. Saka with the timer and another new contract after that. I don't even know who that could be. Because everyone else, the next ones in line would be Martinelli technically, but I don't think it's him. Then you're looking at Rice, Timber. They're already on contracts until 2028, by the way. But we're already looking at tying them down again too. It's massive. It's massive for the club. This isn't something that we've had as fans. And so it's exciting. It really is exciting. And I think like Arteta has played a huge part in this. And this isn't just about, I would expect Saka to sign a new contract, regardless of the manager almost, because, he's Hale and this is his club. He is Arsenal Football Club, right? But when it's players like Gabriel, when it's players like Saliba, when they've got Real Madrid knocking on the door. Real Madrid were knocking on the door for Miles Lewis-Skelly, by the way, as well. We've had 2 players this summer that had Real Madrid knocking on the door and turned around and signed a 5-year deal at Arsenal. And people were adamant, right? If Arsenal don't win, the best players will leave. How many times have you heard on social media, in the media, if Arsenal don't win a trophy this season, their big players will look at leaving? They're not. They're committing bigger contracts than they've done before. It's incredible. Whereas you look at Liverpool, they won the title. Trent left on a free to Real Madrid. Konate's not signing a new contract. He wants to leave on a free to Real Madrid. And we've got the better defender. Don't take it for granted. Don't take it for granted. Don't get whipped up in this anti-Arteta sentiment. Because the people inside the game, truly inside the game, not the pundits on TV that want clicks and want to rage bait you and want reactionary analysis, the proper people in the game, the other managers, the players, listen to them. Don't even listen to them. Judge them by their actions. 5-year deals. I'll keep singing it, even if I get shouted down. That's it. I appreciate you watching the video. Like I said, on this channel, I'm really trying to be more consistent. We'll be live later on today, so make sure you catch that. We're going to try and go live every day, apart from when there's an Arsenal game, which I'll be at. And yeah, the support on the channel over the summer was amazing. Took a little break. We are back, full steam ahead. And Arsenal are winning trophies this season. I am absolutely convinced of that. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I'll catch you on the next one, a stream, whatever it may be. And until then, goodbye.